You know, well, what happened was Rucker died. He passed away while I was in college. And I was fortunate enough to be the second leading scorer in the nation. And I was wondering, did Rucker know that I was the second leading scorer in the nation? Then I made All-American, honorable mention in Converse magazine, and also Associated Press. The coaches around the country had picked me as All-American, honorable mention. So this meant a lot to me because I was a player that was on the bench. I had to come off the bench.
Jump shot over Gunners, come on
you know,
we gotta get
in order to play.
Just to let everybody know we appreciate
I spoke at a award ceremony, and the little kids that didn't play was getting trophies, and I told them, I said, let me tell you something. I sat on that bench, just like you sat on the bench. But I was able to continue to play, to get off the bench, and then later I was drafted in the National Basketball Association. I was able to, you know, be a successful player, and you too can be a successful player. So don't give up, okay? Continue your dreams, and just because you didn't play today, don't mean that you're not an important player. I had to do that because I was one of those players that was on that bench. I was one of those players that didn't have a chance to play. And I felt for them, and that's the reason why I made that speech to them.
What college did you go to?
I went to Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina, and a historical black college. We were Division III in the NAIA. And we led the nation in scoring.
This is Bob McCullough, the commissioner of the Rucker Pro Tournament, and we're here on Championship Day. The Harlem Week All-Stars versus Pro Sports Nets. It's promised to be a very, very exciting game, and we hope that you will enjoy the players that are here as well as the dancers. We're going to have the Each One Teach One dancers to perform for you at the Holcomb Rucker Memorial Playground. August 28th, 1983. Holcomb Rucker Pro Tournament, Championship Day.
I'm Bob McCullough. I'm the commissioner of the Rucker Pro Legends. I'm the founder of the National Association of Each One Teach One.
This is Coach Tone with another basketball segment.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
We're here, we're so live all over the world. www.bronxnet.org. Just tell a friend to tell another friend. But did you see that clip? Let me just give a round of applause for my special guests in studio today. I want to say thank you to our legend. It's all about the Ruckers today, and it's all about the Each One Teach One today. And I want to give a big, one more round of applause for Bob McCullough. Thank you for all you do and all you've given to this community. And you see the flowers that we have right here? Those flowers are yours. They belong to you. So I want to give you a big shout out and say thank you for all that you've done for your community.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. And you know, we said we get this interview going, right? We talked about this.
Oh, yeah.
We've been talking about this and talking.
Back in February.
Back in February, you know, we keep saying we'll talk about this and we're going to make it happen. And today is a reality.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to say thank you very much for that. And by the way, you just had a birthday.
Yeah?
Yep.
85.
Wow, look at this. And looking fabulous. All right, so you want to, let's say hi. Let me do this. I have a co-comment. I'm not going to be on myself just doing this today. So I want to say thank you so much. You're going to be kind of like a co-host today, a co-moderator today for this set, because we're here for an important reason today. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Kendra, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Mike Camoin from upstate New York. I came down here for this interview. So important to be here to celebrate Bob and Rucker Park. As an American filmmaker, I've worked on projects that have screened at Sundance and Toronto and Cannes and Tribeca, won top prizes. but I wanted to do a project that really satisfied me, and that had to do with my alma mater, St. Bonaventure University, which produced Bob's close friend and co-founder of Rucker Park, Fred Crawford. I did not know that Bonaventure had ties to Rucker Park until I got deep into this documentary. We're now into year 6, and we're in post-production and about to release episode 1, Pioneering, and just discovered, fell down the rabbit hole really into the history, this really rich history of that's just transformed the scene for basketball. I just didn't know that there were ties back to St. Bonaventure.
And you discovered it through all the venturing and shooting this documentary.
Yeah, over 75 interviews.
Whoa.
And we have a multi-part series. We're about to wrap up episode 1, and it opens up in Harlem with Fred Crawford.
I love it. So we're gonna go to a clip in just a minute, but once again, what was it like seeing the beginning, the Bob in the beginning, as we opened the show? You said, "Play that clip again, girl. Girl, play that clip, girl." And so, what was that like when you saw, you just going back?
Well, it took me back to memories when Holcomb Rucker died. Because I was in college. It took me by surprise. Because I didn't even know he was sick until my brother sent me a copy of the Amsterdam News and showed me that he was in the hospital. And then later on, I found out that he had passed. So I came home for the funeral. But a lot of things happened where he kept up with my career. And I just wanted to know, did he know that I had made an All-American in United Press International and Converse magazine. And I was the second leading scorer in the nation. And they told me that he knew that I was the second leading scorer in the nation. But he didn't know about me making All-American because he had passed. But he knew that I was the second leading scorer in the nation. And that was enough for me. I was satisfied.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the true blessing.
Yeah, that he knew that I had accomplished something because of his tutelage, because of him coaching me. Yeah.
I love it. And and as you think back on those memories, what are like some of your favorite memories with him?
Oh, man. Favorite memory with him is giving him 10, 15, 20 cents to buy gas. Gas was cheap then. And also remembered how when he got up in the Bronx, he ran out of gas, but his car was on a hill. And how he pushed the car on the hill, it rolled all the way into his parking space.
Jesus.
Rolled all the way into his parking space. I mean, he would save all his money because his money would go into his house. He had a brownstone.
Nice.
And he would always borrow money from us, to eat, whatever. And he was a heavy smoker. And he used to always borrow cigarettes from guys.
Y'all was setting him up. Y'all had him taken care of.
Yeah. You had to take care of him because he took care of us.
Right.
That's right.
Because he preached education to us. He preached education. Go to school. Go to college. Get a degree. But guess what? He didn't have a high school diploma.
So he was telling you you know, to make sure you're not him. And
Exactly.
He wanted to see more for you all.
But after he sent me to college, he went and got his GED diploma, took the test,
All right.
got his
Right.
GED diploma, and registered at City College.
Look at that.
Yeah. Education
And
is such a
became
big part of it.
a part-time teacher. And then went back to City College to work on his master's. But he died working on his master's degree. So you see, he sent all of us to school, but he didn't have a degree, he didn't have a diploma, he didn't have anything. But after he sent us to school, he went and got his own diploma.
And I know you guys
And
are
went
so
and got
proud.
his own degree.
Yes. And, you know, I'm sure he was proud enough of you all, and it gave him the incentive. Now, you know what? If I sent them, I got to go back. I got to show them, you know, and I think that's amazing. I love that story.
Yes.
You got any more? Because I'm always trying to get the T. I'm always trying to get people to spell the T because the T is important. It spells out our life, our journey, our walk. Right?
Yes, but he was the kind of person that never said anything. He always said, "Hey, how you doing?" We come to his classroom to see him. He said, "Hey, how you doing?" Then we introduce ourselves and what college we go to and everything. We go to his classroom. We follow him wherever he goes. I went to the junior high school. My junior high school, he was teaching him. I went there and sat in the class and told them who I was and everything. And that's just the kind of person that he was. I mean, he was working towards his master's degree.
That's a blessing. And truly, this story is really important. You know, that's why we do this show. It's important to this audience to show the dedication. And everybody, I feel like everybody affiliated with the Ruckers and the Each One Teach One, the model is just truly amazing. And that's why it's a pleasure to have you on the show today and to have you talk and just tell your truth and inspire people, inspire the nation. And so thank you, once again, thank you. And I want to do this. And Michael, you know, thinking about the first clip that we're going to take a look at today. This first clip that we're going to see is going to be one of your good friends. And you're going to give me your feedback when we're done. Okay? You want to introduce the clip?
Sure.
Michael?
Sure. Like I said, I went back to my college 30-year reunion, and I focused on how did St. Bonaventure turn things around. In 2003, it fell into a scandal.
Could you go a little louder?
Sure. In 2003, St. Bonaventure fell into a scandal that is in the top 10 scandals in college sports. And when I went back for my reunion, we had just beaten UCLA in 2018. And I started to ask, how did we do this? How did the school turn things around? And I was really encouraged not to just focus on that initial part of that comeback, but to go deeper into the past. And because those were the keys to really the success of embracing this basketball program again. And that landed me in the 1950s with Sam Stith and Tom Stith, the first African Americans to play for St. Bonaventure. They were the first African Americans to play for St. Francis Prep. They broke the color barrier in the New York City Catholic High School League. And out of that led this little school, it's one of the smallest in the nation, to rise to number 2 in the nation by 1960. One of those players was Fred Crawford. And
Rings the bell, right? All right.
so I fell down the rabbit hole of history and I found a treasure. And I wanted to know more, and I took my son to the National Basketball Hall of Fame, and we watched a 12-minute clip on the history of basketball, starting with Naismith, all through Bird, Jordan, and they devoted in this 12-minute history overview of basketball 45 seconds to Rucker Park and the influence that it had on the game. And I'm like, whoa, I know the co-founder. He's a Bonaventure guy. So this is why we open up with this clip.
All right. Let's do it. You want to go now?
Sure.
You in charge right now. So you could be like, go, or you could be like, however you want to introduce it.
Let's roll.
Let's roll it.
Let's roll the opening of Brown and White, the heart of Bonus basketball.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The basketball part is a big section of what this is all about. But how much was what Rucker was about community focused or basketball focused?
Both. You know what I mean? It's, yeah. He had a little playground down here. I don't know if we'll pass it or not. We used to go by there every day, and he would encourage us to stay in school, and then he would have the tournaments, and was the right mix of activities to get me to where I needed to be, and others too. I mean, I'm one of many who were able.
You focused on the right things.
Yeah. I would like to get a do-over. I'm looking. I don't know if they can do it up at the school, but I'm looking for the church of what's happening now, so I can put something in the collection and give me a do-over. We're up at St. Bonnie's, the little school that roared. On the clock it says Tempus Fugit. Tempus Fugit. Time flies. My grandson is a very intelligent, creative guy, you know what I mean? I pass the legacy on to him.
What about today? What are we going to do to change some things? I know you're a well-spoken community leader as well as, basketball player, so what do you think about that?
The struggle continues. Just, self-improvement. When you know better, you do better, all those little cliche type of things. But, if you don't know where you've been, how do you get to where you're going? Yeah, man. Yeah. A lot of stuff.
You play here? My father created Freddie Crawford.
Yes. Can we get a quick picture?
Yep.
I remember you with Bob McCullough.
Yeah.
Straight up here?
Man, I got the okay right there.
Sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
This is it, Pops. You did this.
Hey, I always think that I was working on a legacy because people pass stuff down to me too. We don't build our history and make it relevant, and who's going to do that?
Yeah.
We're here, a day in the life with Bob McCullough, everybody, from the Ruckers. Each one, teach one. That model is so big. What did you think about that? First of all, looking at Rucker Park and looking at Freddie, what did you think about that, his grandson?
Well, it's handing a legacy down to his grandson.
Yes.
Letting his grandson know that there's a legacy here that started with him. The son worked in Rucker Park, so he knows about it, but the grandson doesn't. So it's good information for the grandson to know about the legacy of his family in Rucker Park. And of course, he can pass it down to his children.
I love it.
From one generation to the next.
I love it. Well, when you saw Freddie speaking, how did that come across?
Oh, well, you know, he's talking about his times at St. Bonaventure and how he struggled in the classrooms, you know, but he survived. He made it. And his class supported him. That was unusual for his graduating class supported him. I thought that was
because of the color line? Or?
Really, really something. Well, they chipped in money and bought a mural.
Yeah.
A life-size mural to be put in the gym of his picture.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Next.
That's something else. I mean, you know, and his class put the money up to put his picture up there.
That's amazing.
That's what I thought.
And
I thought it was amazing.
It was a tremendous ceremony, and
you know, you're talking in conversation voice. You're not talking.
I need to be my. I need to be on my outside.
You're not talking in speech voice.
I need to be my outside.
Yes.
Voice.
Teach one. Let's go. You know, bring it up a notch. We in Rutgers.
See, you're talking a conversation voice.
That's right.
Getting coached here. That is good coaching. Thank you. So, that mural you're talking about, Bob, is right across the hall from a mural that honors Sam and Tom Stith. Those were the first 3 African-American players that elevated this school, which was a good NIT school, played in the Garden, but they became a national team. And they were integrated at a time when certainly in the South, that wasn't happening. So you brought one of the smallest schools up to number 2 in the nation.
Well.
That's a story.
Well,
yeah,
that's an untold story.
But here's something that I don't get. Bob Lanier mural should be there.
Good point. It's in the works.
All right. All right. Now we're talking.
In the works. Sure, should have happened a long time ago.
Well, it better happen now, right, Bob? Yes. Make it happen. Let's make it happen.
So I just want to come in on that. My perspective as a historian and a documentary filmmaker, a lot of this is untold history. And that's because the university and our alumni and most sports fans know who Bob Lanier is. But the table was set 10 years prior.
He played for the Detroit Pistons, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Say that again?
Played for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And the Milwaukee Bucks.
And the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to give them some history today.
Yeah.
You get history. What I tell you, I get a paper and a pen today. We do it every show.
Yeah, but why they don't have a mural of him?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
He's contributed.
He took them to the Final Four.
He did. And for us, that's episode 5.
Huh?
Well, he's doing this documentary.
Yeah.
Like, and
No, let me hear what he said.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me back up.
That's not what?
In the chronology of Brown and White, when Bob takes Bonaventure to the Final Four, for us, that's like episode 5. We have to get through the foundational years, episode 1, pioneering, episode 2, they reach the NCAA for the first time. They go down south to an integrated NCAA.
No, you're going backwards.
I'm trying to take us all the transformation of this program that laid that set the table for Bob Lanier.
He went backwards.
Well,
all right, which way should we be? Let's just hear him out.
No, he went backwards.
Okay, so
he went backwards. I went forward.
Okay.
I went past the integration, the number 2 in the nation and all that.
Yeah.
I went further to the national championship. Bob Lanier took them to the Final Four of the national championship, the furthest St. Bonaventure has ever gone.
Well, actually, Bob, they won the NIT championship in 1977.
No. You can't compare the NIT to the NCAA. Now, if you...
Al McGuire would disagree with you, I believe.
I'm a referee. Hold on, I'm the referee.
Yeah, you know
Hold
why?
on, I'm a referee.
Because he won the NIT.
Yeah, he believed in it.
Yeah,
he believed in it.
Yeah. And guess where he's from?
Brooklyn.
New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's not a good person.
I'm from Brooklyn. Listen, wait. There's some good people in Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
What it is that New York is from New York.
I feel you. Just like, let's talk about this. Who's your favorite team in New York City? Basketball, right now.
The Knicks.
Knicks?
Yeah.
All right. What's going on with the Knicks right now? Can we just let's take a little minute break. What's happening with the Knicks?
Well, tonight, it's Wednesday, right? And so this is game 4 of the NBA Finals. I mean, this is at the pinnacle of, and I just want to go back to the history. I'm going backwards, Bob. So many players have come out of the Rucker that play for the Knicks over the years and now, today, right?
So give them the history out there. So I know we have a couple, right? So who do we have?
Carl Anthony came out of the Rucker. He credits the Rucker supporting him, and he's leading the Knicks right now. So
wow.
Yeah, I mean,
the work that you guys have done.
Yeah, the foundation. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you guys. You know,
thank you.
That's why I feel like giving you a rose right now. Just hold this rose for the rest of the show. Hold on. You hold on to the rose because you deserve all. Okay? All right, you hold on to this. That's for you. You deserve all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So we're just going to keep moving, and I'm going to keep saying how much I celebrate you and how much, this is a day in the life with Bob McCullough. And we're talking about sports. We're talking about the documentary. Yeah, we're going to go back and forth. I feel like a commentary, thing going on right now.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. It's so amazing to be able to have this happening with some amazing people. Give me a hand.
Oh, yeah.
Michael, and you guys got to support. Just show the love and support. Woo! It's hot in here, right?
Yeah.
It's hot in here. But it's getting hot. It's really hot. It gets hot when stuff is going on.
Come on,
So it's hot in here. But, I credit the work, of the Ruckers and the Each One Teach One. And you think about Julius Erving. So many great people.
Sure. Well, that for us comes in
Connie Hawkins.
Right.
And don't I have a picture with, who do I have a picture with? Let me see, I put some pictures together, a photo group of pictures where we met, where we met.
At the national designation.
Where we all were at together.
Rucker Park, September.
In September. You remember that when we had that big show and everything? And I was talking to you about, I said Curtis couldn't be here tonight, but he really wanted to be here today to see you because I think everybody was there,
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Here we go, right here. Look, Bob.
There we go.
Right here. So that's a little clip I put together, some photos from that big day see? Remember right there?
Oh, yeah.
You remember? I was there, right?
Yeah.
I've been following you out, Bob. Don't let me get the evidence out there that I've been following you.
Yeah.
I'm following you out. You see anybody you know there?
Yeah, September, yeah.
All right, so this is what it's all about. And I think you'll see a picture with me and with
there you go.
someone special. And that's Bob, but, right here. Who's this one?
WNBA.
So we're all WNBA right now. And I just want to say, Nancy, I love you, honey. Thank you for yes. Thank you. I love you for all that you do, and women's sports, and love it. Bob, I see you with some folks. This is all about you. You guys, the Ruckers. If the Ruckers had never done, all the things that you have done, I'm telling you, I had to get these photos up. I want you to be seen in your element. And this is your element. of people over the years. And I'm super, super excited. And Rucker Park will never stop. And yes.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Bob? See, I'm on top of it, right?
It's now a national historical site.
Wow. So
That
you
was
heard that?
that was the celebration.
Okay. So, and then after that, after you guys went out to the park and there was a game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So say that one more time. It's a national
historical site.
So Rucker Park is a national historical site, everybody. And I think that takes a round of applause. So I salute you again, sir. Just keep working. You know, we think about this is your legacy. You know, we think about your legacy. That's why I wanted to do this show. So even though I harassed you and harassed you, you are you are here. And,
yes, I am.
And I'm so happy. So you're probably gonna get some more roses. I'm very emotional. So, but let me just do this. Let's go back to the clip, okay? And anything special that you want to say about that, and you know about those clips we just saw, the photos?
No, I thought it was good.
It was good?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now I'm coming over to my left right here. It's all on you. You're my co-host kind of like today, right? So give me a little bit more about, you know, I always say like, why come across? Why do this? Why did you think about putting this documentary out?
I was just so moved by their stories, and again, following the story of how the Franciscan friars supported this team and this idea of brotherhood and sisterhood, and really coming to the conclusion that that is one of the secret sauce of the smallest team to excel at such a high level, and to be able to tell their story, how they did it at a time when the nation was in turbulence. You know, Bob may not remember this, but what he did and what they did at that time, there were 159 race riots taking place in 1967, 1968, during Lyndon Johnson's years. But they were not happening in one particular area, and that's because of Rucker Park. And
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And Kendra, Bonaventure guys, Sam and Tom and Freddie, they brought their teammates. Whitey Martin from Buffalo, some of the first white players to play at Rucker. Bill Bradley from the Knicks on up, and others. And they created this experiment that exploded. They figured out, and they overcame the odds. This is a rare story where humans were able to overcome and persevere during one of the most difficult times in our country. In addition to race riots, you had Vietnam, and you had this opportunity to create change in Lyndon Johnson, but there was a lot of pushback on that. So what Rucker did and what they succeeded at doing, and then it explodes. And part of why I want to cover this area is because a lot of times people remember and know Rucker, but they forget about the foundation.
Right.
And they forget about the time period in which it was spawned.
Right.
That's the magnificence of it. And it can speak to audiences today. And we're talking about history that is relevant to audiences today.
What do you think about that, Bob?
Well, Whitey Martin never played in Rucker Park.
Yes, he
played
did.
in the Rucker tournament.
Oh, the Rucker tournament. You are.
He played in the Rucker tournament.
All right.
But he never played in Rucker Park.
What's the difference?
That's what I was.
Well, you want to know the difference? The Rucker tournament was in different sites. Rucker moved the tournament.
Okay.
from 130th Street where Whitey Martin played with Sam Stitt. He moved it to 155th Street. And 155th Street is where Johnny Green from the Knicks, Sam Stitt, and Bill Bradley played. Two different eras. Bill Bradley's era and Whitey Martin, 2 different years. They're years apart. And what's happening is, you're absolutely correct. When they had the riots in all the cities, and the mayor of the city of New York wanted to know why there wasn't any riots in Harlem. And they told him, because all of the people are in the park watching the professional ball players from the NBA, the ABA, and the Harlem Globetrotters. He said, for free? He said, yes. He said, I gotta go there. Ask them what they want. And that's when I told the mayor I want him to name the park Rucker Park.
There you go.
That's what Freddie and I said to him. And that's how the park got its name. But you're right, it wasn't any riots.
That to me just epitomizes brotherhood, sisterhood, certainly rooted in Franciscan values. Up at St. Bonaventure, they didn't see color. They saw players. They saw the dignity in another human being at a time when, certainly in the South, they didn't get it. They didn't grasp it. And this produced a real winning combination that others started to emulate. So I say this story is about 3 things: leadership, teamwork, and building community. Those 3 things are constantly happening, whatever era you're in. And to me, it's a great story.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much, because your spin, your take on this was huge, and thank you so much, Michael. And you're giving the information to the audience, and we need that information. We want to know. My mother marched with Dr. Martin Luther King. And when I started radio years ago, 23 years ago, I opened up the set and said, on the radio show, I have a dream. And it's important to dream, and that's what you did, Rucker Park. What you all did, you give people the epitome that they can. You can dream. You can do it. And that's what you gave. And I'm so proud of you, Bob. We're going to go to a clip, and we'll be right back. You want to introduce the clip, Michael?
This next clip is what it was like for Sam Stitt to play in the Armory, which is this small gym in Western New York. It's about 350 miles from Harlem. And it's got like 5,000 people in it. And the pressure that was on him to perform. And it's just a tremendous moment in Bonaventure history, in Sam's career. And this led to the success of other players.
Okay, let's do it. You want to introduce it? You did it the last time. Go ahead, go for it.
I just did.
Oh, but I mean, like, roll it.
Oh.
You forgot to roll it. Oh, my goodness.
I fell down,
we got it. Okay, I'll do it. You want to do it? You want to do it?
Let's roll the clip.
All right, let's roll it.
Just one of the great old-time basketball facilities of all time. It sat about 2,000 people. People would arrive there an hour before and pack the gym.
They said it seated 2,000, and I bet there were 5,000 people in there for every game. If you saw the movie Hoosiers, it was like that, playing at a high school gym. Teams used to hate to come in there and play. It was dark. There was a scoreboard in a corner at one end of the court, and a friar sat there.
At one end of the arena was a tank, and it was pointed towards the court, not away from the court.
The trucks are in there during the daytime. The trucks go out, they gotta air it out to get the truck fumes out. You come in there at halftime, forget it, cigarette clouds, everybody's halftime on the court.
The way the players described it was you could barely see the basket because you had cigar and cigarette smoke kind of wafting down from the upper deck.
The seating was like 3 feet from the end line. When you sit there, you're using up a foot of that, so it's 2 feet. And that went all the way around the court.
If you went in for a layup and happened to trip or stumble, the students would grab you, but they didn't let go. So they held on to you, and you kind of had to fight your way out of there.
Leonard Wilkins said he fell in the stands, and they held him in the stands because he couldn't get back on the court. Guys would tell me that late on their life, Sam, we were scared. We go on the court, and they screaming, "Let's go, boy!" And the bleachers, there's no seats. They stomping in the bleachers, in small surrounding balconies. It gets deafening.
The Bobbies were unbeatable there. They won 99 straight games over the course of 13 seasons.
We had a big home court advantage. I mean, we never lost during my time in the Armory. When John and I became seniors, Sam moved up from the freshman team to the varsity. With Brendan McCann graduating, he took that slot. It was a crucial game, okay? The game was close all the way through, you know, nip and tuck through the whole game.
At the end of the game, we're down by 1.
We're moving the ball around the perimeter, and John takes this overhead set shot. Everybody was surprised that he took it.
John, he took the shot, and Donovan's going, "No!" He's screaming, and it went in. We're up by 1, and the place is pandemonium. It was difficult. They threw it in, and I jumped in front, and he went to meet the ball. Tweet! 2 shots. Walking to the bench, and I saw a player getting up. I said, "Oh, he's taking me out." When I got to the bench with my head, he smacked me, Donovan. He says, "Wake up. This is what we're going to do." He makes the first, ties the game. He makes the second, and you couldn't hear a pin drop.
We had a play, we call it the second man. One of the options was a reverse. I got the ball, and I fed it to Sam.
I don't want the ball. I done messed up.
And I says, "You know, you got to drive, Sam."
I drove, banked up the backboard at the buzzer. We win.
That basket was crucial. And when the students came out of the stands, they mobbed everybody.
They put me on the shoulder, almost hit my head on the rafters. They taking me off the court. And the next day, the paper read the following. Sam Stitt's only field goal won the game. I was 1 for 3. If I missed that in the foul, my name would have been mud in that school. They take that stuff serious, man.
He'd always remember that shot. And I always tell him, "You wouldn't have done it without me giving you the ball, Sam. Just so you know that."
Larry always says, "You know, I made you." I said, "Larry, let me tell you something. When a white guy from Rochester make a black guy from Harlem, that'll be the day." He laughed, but I'm telling you, that jump-started my career. And then after that, boom, 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 boom. We won 17 in a row. Boom, boom, NIT, boom, finished 3rd, boom.
We're back. We're coming back, and we're back. We are so back. And Bob just told me that for this amazing work on this documentary, he says to me, "Kendra, on break, you need to give this rose to Michael."
Oh, really? Thank you, sir. I so appreciate this. Thank you very, very much.
All right, so you got a rose from the legend, okay?
Oh, man.
All right. Now,
Wow.
what's your take on that clip? You know, I was looking at what was happening. You want to go first, or?
No, I want to hear
What
from
Bob
you
has
guys.
to say? Okay.
Oh, he was lucky.
Oh.
He was lucky. Whoa. He got away.
He considers himself lucky, and that turned his season around, and it really launched his career. And when you're 350 miles away from home, and you're like one of 2 African Americans on campus in that community, that's a lot of pressure. So good for Sam and the whole community to embrace him and his success, and that then, that snowballed.
You're right. Okay, so what is your take, Bob? He was lucky.
Oh, yeah.
What else? Lucky in what?
Very lucky.
Oh, sorry. Very lucky. He was very lucky.
In case we didn't hear
1
the
point.
first.
Oh, he said 1 point. Oh, okay.
One basket. Yeah.
Wow.
But it was a game winner. It was the game winner. And okay, now here's why that's significant. Because that's against Niagara University. And the rivalry between Niagara, Canisius, and St. Bonaventure, which was called the Little Three, was vicious. That you don't lose to Niagara and you don't lose to Canisius. And so that was a big deal for those 2
Who
points.
were they playing?
At that moment, they're playing Niagara. But you don't lose to the Niagara and you don't lose to Canisius.
So, I'm going to do this right now. So tell me a little bit more about the documentary, because it's very important, because we stopped right here. Is it more? Do we have more?
Well, we have a clip, if you'd like. I brought in another clip about the Rucker and how Bonaventure played a role, because at that time, Eddie Donovan is the coach of St. Bonaventure. And Eddie, in 1961, becomes the head coach of the New York Knicks. And as a result, now you got players going to the Knicks from Bonaventure. And Eddie, Sam, Tom, Bob, Fred, they all play a role in the Rucker Pro tournament, at least the way the story is told to me.
Okay. Okay, Bob, you want to come in?
Well, you talking about Donovan?
Yeah.
Donovan is no longer the coach.
At that moment.
He's the general manager now.
Yeah, right.
Red Holzman is the coach.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we went to Donovan.
There you go.
And Donovan is the one that told the players that they could play in the Rucker. But he did not want the Knicks to be on one team.
Okay.
He said, let the Knicks be on different teams.
How cool.
Because every week, a team will be playing against a professional player. That will make the league stronger. Because each team will have a professional, have 2 or 3 pros on each team.
Smart. Donovan is a smart coach. He's a smart coach at St. Bonaventure. He's a great GM at the Knicks. And it's one of these things, Kendra, where you start to connect the dots that I did not know how this all comes about and contributes in a small way to this success of Rucker as it transforms into the Rucker Pro tournament.
Well, that's what happened.
He said, well, that's what happened. I love it.
So don't know if there's time to roll to the next.
Yeah, we're going to go roll to the next one. Just a few minutes, guys. Let's just roll to the next one, and we'll be right back, everybody. You want to introduce it, or we good?
Yeah, sure. What I want to say is that this is taking place in 1965. Lyndon Johnson is in office, and he's trying to get the country to move towards equality and justice and fairness. It's at the time when the voting rights have been expanded to everyone. And
okay.
So here we go.
Wait, don't forget.
Okay.
Roll it. Bob, let's do it. Roll it.
Roll it.
The Great Society rests on abundance and liberty for all. It demands an end to poverty and racial injustice, to which we're totally committed in our time.
Well, do you think these riots are accomplishing anything?
Some, they are. They're bringing people closer together. Eventually, it's going to be a civil war. That's the way I feel.
Well, speaking for myself, I think it should have happened a long time ago, because the Negroes, they ain't gonna get anything by just asking, just demonstrating alone. So maybe if they create a little violence, maybe things will change.
The community does not approve of violence. These crimes have been met by swift and necessary police action. In our estimation, this is a crime problem and not a social problem.
This particular person objects. I am colored. We want leaders to lead the people to work, get work for them, find work, educate the children, but not to have them running around acting like crazy people.
There were riots in America, and the mayor of the city of New York wanted to know why there weren't any riots in Harlem. And the people told him that the majority of the people who would be rioting are up at 155th Street watching the Rucker, and the admission is free.
The Rucker only had junior high school, and college. When I came out of Bonaventure as a freshman, I brought my Bonner guys, Whitey Martin, Todd Bismarck, the Cotto twins from Manhattan College, all white team, and me and Tom, right? We weren't thinking color. We were thinking players.
During the summers, I would travel around to the various courts in D.C. and in New York and play. And you develop your game. Some of them were college players, but many of them were neighborhood guys. Serious ball players all over New York.
And when Rucker died at 36 from chain smoking of lung cancer, Bob McCullough and Fred Crawford took it over.
Rucker was a mentor of mine and a very good friend, and of course he died prematurely, and we decided to take on that task. We were just doing it because the kids, and this was handed down to us of a legacy.
In the pro, we weren't allowed to play outside ball. And I played with the college, then with the NBA, your contract, so you can't play outside ball. So we went to Eddie Donovan, right, who was with the Knicks then, and asked, we have a couple of Knicks play in the tournament. And then the Rucker pros, the biggest thing.
I was playing with the Knicks, so I had a team with Willis Reed and Emmett Bryant, Dave Stallworth and Bill Bradley, and we were playing the local guys.
Awesome players, Superman, Big Apple,
Helicopter, and Joe Smoke, all of these guys. Sundays, everybody's going up to the park. So-and-so's gonna be there from the Bronx, and this guy, Connie Hawkins.
And then next thing you know, Dr. J got his name from the Rucker. Here comes the doctor.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
Dr. J.
Why?
All his moves he do.
Connie, Wilt, Up on the roof, people couldn't get into the park.
We're so back, everybody. Let's just give this clip a round of applause. It's emotional. You know, I want to pay homage for you. You heard Bob's voice on part of that, but I want to go to Bob really quickly because we're about to close out. We're going to come back and do part 2. This is truly historical, and I am sitting next to 2008 New York City Basketball Hall of Fame inductee. And I just need to give him one more rose, and we're going to close out and say goodnight. And all of these are yours to take home. But I need you to be sitting with some things in your hand right there. You want to say a few words about that clip and a few words and close us out? And then Mike will come.
Well, that's just a cameo of events, of people talking about Rucker Park. Everybody is talking about who played with them or who they played with, but it's all about Rucker Park if you listen to the clip. And that's the greatness of the clips, where everybody's talking about who played with them at Rucker Park. That's what I get out of it.
Well, can I say this? Can we do a part 2? I may come to you the next time, just to get a part 2, okay?
Okay.
Or you can come back if you like my company. You like my company?
Yes.
All right, then you can come back. All right, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna hand the floor over to you. And when we close out tonight, we're gonna say, go Knicks, all right?
Yes.
All right, so close us out. We have 1 minute.
Okay, so if people are interested in supporting the completion of this documentary, a very important series, they can go to brownwhitestory.com, brownwhitestory.com, and you can find my contact information. You can email me, give us some feedback on this. How do you want to be involved with this? This is a work in progress.
Yes.
Thank you for having me on. Bob, thank you for being here, and I'm going to keep this rose and take it home.
Yes.
All the way back to Albany.
Yes. He came all the way down from Albany. So I want to do this. I want to say that we are totally going to be involved. Bob is going to come back. We just had a conversation, and he'll come back. Are you coming back?
I'd love to come back.
And we're going to do part 2, and we're going to follow this out. And then you guys keep following us out and supporting this. And those of you that can support this, you know, everything is finances. So those of you that can support this, share it with somebody, share this, you know, show with somebody. And listen, are we rooting for the Knicks tonight?
Let's go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks. All right, everybody. So we're about to close out. And all right, so I just want to say, everybody, I thank you for joining me. I hope you had a paper and pen. Yes, very emotional show today, but it was just a blessing to see that even when in some parts of the country there was chaos, and for Rutgers, you know, this part of the world, it was better. So on the count of 2, 1, 2, 3, go Knicks! Go Knicks! Go Knicks! Go Knicks!
Yeah.